It's the WP Minute. This episode is brought to you by Easy Support Videos. Support your WordPress users by placing videos right in the WordPress admin. Find it at easysupportvideos.com. You know the drill. Everything I mention here will be linked up in the newsletter and the blog post. Check out thewpminute.com for the links. A major update coming to WordPress 5.8 Beta Release 2 is available for testing now. This release expands WordPress site building capabilities, along with improvements to features users have been enjoying since the launch of the block editor. The release will also include WebP support, which 95% of web browsers worldwide use today. Check out WordCamp Europe 2021's Gutenberg demo, narrated by Beatrice Fiallo. WordPress Tavern's Sarah Gooding recap a discussion with Matt Mullenweg and Matthias Ventura. The block editor gets ready to become a site builder. And here's a quote from Matt. For me, 2020 was the year that really felt like people started to see the vision of Gutenberg from 4 or 5 years ago, when it was very abstract. They saw it as kind of like the old what you see is what you get editor with some extra lines on it or something, Mullenweg said. The first 17 or 18 years of WordPress democratized people putting text into a box. Now we're democratizing design, allowing people to control the boxes. This has been another huge project for the WordPress contributors and developers. Josefa Hayden Chomposi is very transparent on the WP Briefing podcast about how difficult it is to run a large open source project and offers suggestions on how to get a big group of people to come to a consensus. Here's a clip.
WordPress is huge, and there are huge numbers of people contributing to WordPress or any other open source project you want to name. So there's a lot of stuff available to disagree about. If we never saw anyone pointing out an area that wasn't quite right, there would probably be something wrong. If you, like me, think that healthy tension of collaborative disagreement can be useful when approached thoughtfully, then this quick start guide is for you.
Eric Karkovich, editor, writer, and WordPress expert at SpeckyBoy, covers what WordPress acquisitions say about the future. The WordPress ecosystem is maturing and consolidating. And here's a quote. Frankly, it's becoming a lot harder for solo entrepreneurs or small developer shops to manage a popular plugin. Supporting a large user base while focusing on the future could become overwhelming. Thus, it's no surprise to see that some of these products are being sold off to larger firms. We saw something similar happen with the internet providers back in the early 2000s. The more mature a market, the harder it became for a small company to carry out its mission. Pretty soon, they were just about all bought up by the corporate interests. Alex Denning, along with Ian Poulsen, tweeted last week that they have created FlipWP. For $300 a year, the duo will help connect WordPress product companies for sale with would-be buyers. If all this talk about acquisitions every day has your brain tangled up, Chris Lemma posted a straightforward Twitter thread to bring some clarity to this fast-paced space. For example, Jack Kittering tweeted that he is selling EatsWP, dubbed the best WordPress restaurant menu, after only announcing its inception back in January 2021. And the Day One app joins the Automatic family. Here's a quote from the founder. When a small software company is acquired by a larger company, the original team is often swallowed up by the larger company. That's not the case here. I'll be remaining at the helm of Day One, leading the same passionate team that has been responsible for the development and design behind the app today, says Paul Main, founder and CEO of Day One. Joost, or Joost, does his 6-month analysis of the CMS market and shares his numbers on his blog. These numbers are provided by W3 Techs. The top 10 content management systems are reviewed, and WordPress maintains its growth once again with a 41.7% market share, 4.6% higher than in June 2020, followed only by Shopify at a mere 3.6%. There's a new look coming to WordPress.org, well, at least the blog anyway. You can see the thread and the Figma board, clicking the links in the show notes. Elementor, through some of its growing pains, has redesigned their homepage, but more significantly, enhanced their community section with a new forum. Keep an eye out on how Elementor handles social proof, communication, and networking with its most valuable customers. That's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please share it on your social media. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchasers. Don't forget to share this episode with others and jump on the mailing list at thewpminute.com.